Good morning.
Good
morning. Zenia's
So
mentality is so right. Like, I don't know if y'all seen her Instagram, but she posted something yesterday that hit home. She said she working on her growth. She focused. Like, where do you find women like that that's super focused? She's so talented and, like, forget whoever y'all lost. You and Chai both deserve to be happy together.
Thank you, Mike. It came to a surprise to a lot of people. All I know is that I had three options. The first was to, drown myself in pain and kick myself in the ass of what I could have done differently in the past. The other option would have been be afraid of the future, of the uncertainty, because all the things that we had planned, both personal and romantically, shot out the damn door just like that via text. I got dumped via text.
Wow.
And then
together a long time.
So in the other option, which is the option I decided, was what do I have control of right now? I have control of my mind, my feelings. I need to do with what I've got, which is myself right now. And it's no better time now in 2020 to really reflect, really, really take a good look at yourself and see where you're happy, where you're lacking, and what you can do to keep that happiness and make yourself even more happy,
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Thank you.
You notice the beginning to some beautiful stuff.
When you do work on yourself and you do attract the energy, the universe blesses you. And that's a real fact.
Big facts.
We had been working on this project. It was going to be called Years and Tears. It was about my previous relationships and what they taught me and what accountability I have to also proclaim. Because, us as women, we always kind of get bitter and we angry and we're like, yo, he did this and he did that. But in this EP, I really talk about where I stood as well. And it was very cleansing. It was going to be 5 songs. It turned out to be 4. And I ended up changing the name of the EP from Years to Tears to Phoenix, because that was the name of one of the records on the EP. And ironically, it reflects this relationship, this breakup. Now, mind you, when my ex and I were writing this, we didn't think about we were going to not be together. We never imagined that. Like, we were planning a future, a life, a this. Right. But everything happens for its reason. It's a beautiful compilation of storytelling. It's a beautiful project that I'm very proud of. I'm excited to let the world hear it. It comes out on Beyonce's birthday, which I'm a little bit mad because my birthday is on the 5th. A little slice of the EP drops a week from today on the 7th. It's actually Phoenix. It's the single. And it's beautiful. It's bittersweet. I really am blessed to have met my ex-partner. We created amazing things. I can't shit talk him. Yes, I could be angry at some of the things, but overall, I'm blessed to have been given the opportunity to work on this with him. And it's going to be memories always when I hear it, when I talk about it. I'm excited to announce that I just signed with ROC NATIONS EQ, and they're the ones that are going to be distributing all my projects moving forward. So, when you focus on yourself, the universe blesses you,
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
I can't hear that.
Thank you. It's
Girl, your progression in this, like, you're like, oh, I got dumped, but look at all this, and you're getting your shit. I'm just like, I'm in awe. Like, amazing.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. When it happened, I was broken. I was devastated. I've lost nearly 30 pounds because I fell into some depression, but I told myself, bitch, I was like, bitch, you need to get out of this. You need to get out of this, because what is the purpose of, we've all been there. We've all experienced heartache. I know I have. So I was like, you know what are you going to do? You're going to be suffering, sitting around for 6 months to a year, just when right now is the time to optimize on all the time that you got. There's no excuses. There's no excuses to not be doing anything. This breakup allowed me to seek therapy, because I'm also a survivor of domestic violence, and I've been through a lot of bullying as a kid, because I was overweight as a kid. So I've dealt with a lot of childhood traumas and also young adulthood traumas that I felt like now is the time to actually, with this, to seek help. And so mental health is a real big thing in this pandemic, in this quarantine. A lot of people have been seeking mental help because it's a real thing. People think that mental health is a crazy thing. No, if you got a brain, you got a mind, you're going to be having to work on your mental health, And so I've been working with a therapist, and I've been working with the love recovery coach. And with those two combined, and my little puppy, the bounce back has definitely been a lot faster, a lot stronger. I'm not gonna lie, I got days where I wake up and I'm like, shit. I mean, we lived in this apartment for 2 years together, so everything's a constant memory, you know? It's easy for the person that does the leaving because you're leaving the person. So now I got the dog, I got the apartment, I'm looking at everything. So yeah, I was a mess for a whole month and a half, girls. Don't get it twisted. I was crying every day, not eating, not sleeping.
Oh, for sure.
No, it's amazing though. I'm so proud of you, homie. Like,
Thank
staying
you.
focused and continue to do your thing.
Thank you, Mike.
I know how it goes. You know, I got dumped last year, and like when you work in entertainment and you're like somebody that always kind of has to be bubbly and have like a personality, it's really hard to like keep that smile on and just push forward. You know, when maybe behind the scenes you're stressed out and kind of like in this new role, like in this new world.
Yep.
It's like a whole different world. So that's why I mentioned what you said yesterday, though, because I think it's so important. Like, you know, people don't realize until something like this happens a lot of times. And a lot of times things like this happen and people don't get the hint. Mm-hmm. But it's really important to be so solid on your own before you, you know, complement that with somebody who's solid on their own.
Yes.
If there's like an unbalance, it'll unravel somewhere, and sometimes it's better that it's sooner than later. You know?
Yep. That's what my therapist said. She said, because what I was fixated on was the constant text that I saw over and over being sent. I broke up with you because I wasn't happy anymore with you. I broke up because I wasn't and I thought, holy shit, like, what did I do? What did I lack? What could I have done better? What could I still do more? And one of the things that my therapist and my coach both said, making someone happy is not your responsibility. It is their job. So at the end of the day, yes, you need to fill your own cup. I have always been the type of person that I like to pour my cup into someone else. When I'm half full, I need to focus on filling up that cup and letting it be so overflowed that you know, it's not even about me giving it. I'm just constantly focusing on the self. And for the first time in my life, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing that. I'm focusing on myself. I usually focus on everybody else. I always, how can I help my man get better? How can I help this? How can I do that? You know, and so now it's just it's all me. And if it's called selfish, then oh well, because no one's doing it for me but me. So
no, it's not selfish at all.
That's a whole other thing. That's why I say I commend Yesenia a lot, because to do things in the public eye and have a big following and to go through these emotions, it's very tricky. Like, to, you know, even if you're off Instagram for 2-3 days, people start asking questions. They want to know what's up. Like,
I was gone. I was off of Instagram for 3 weeks. I was off, and the reason why is because my phone kept blowing up. Are you guys together? It's like they knew. It's like they knew the second it happened, and I'm like, and oh my god. So I gave myself, like I said, a while until I accepted the fact that he didn't want me no more. That's really the root. That's the rude awakening I had in my mind. I was like, okay, he doesn't want this no more. So okay, stop feeling bad for yourself. Accept the reality, and you want you. You want you to be happy. You want to be loved, so you love yourself, and that's where I'm at. And that's what I want to advocate, you know, with this project. Again, it was created with love. It was conceived with love. He gave me a baby. He gave me a baby with this Phoenix project. You know, he helped co-write it. He helped co-produce it. So that's, my baby is about to be seen. The world is about to meet my baby in September, which is the month I was born. So there's a lot of symbolism, a lot of meaningfulness here, and it's closing this chapter. Phoenix is about rising through the ashes and letting this last piece of me die with him so that I could be born again.
That's it.
Damn.
I told y'all I was bringing a great guest today.
I have goosebumps right now. I'm like, can we like take a course together? Like, I want to like get on your level right now.
It's fucked up to say, but I'm glad this breakup happened now, because it literally just forced me to look at myself. I've been the most productive during this pandemic that I have in the last 2 years. And that's wild, right?
Amazing.
That's wild. You know, sometimes we
You locked in a deal.
I locked in a deal.
Nobody can get deals during the pandemic.
I'm grateful though. I believe in the power of the spoken word, but I also believe in the subconscious mind. We can manifest things. But manifestation is so real. I knew I was going to drop the EP. I just wanted to be patient with it. I wanted to be patient with it rather than be impulsive and just do it myself like I've been doing everything by myself. I was like, no, I have to. I feel that this is such an important piece of me and artwork that I'm not just gonna put it out just cause to put it out because I'm mad or I'm sad or I'm impulsive. No, and 2 weeks later I get a phone call. Shout out to DC. I get a phone call from DC and he's like, hey, you know, are you available to do this thing for Black Lives Matter? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And all of a sudden we started talking. And he's like, yo, like, so what's up with like your management and stuff like that? I was like, dude, I manage myself. And he's like, wait a minute, what? Yo, you basically just, you need a contact. Like let me pay, I'm going to pay it forward. Cause he's like, I've had people help me out. I want to help you out. He's like, I'm going to connect you to ROC Nation EQ. I told them the idea of the EP without even listening to the tracks. They were like, we want in. We want. Have you spoken to anybody else? I was like, yep. He's like, okay, no. So we're going to talk to you. We're going to work with your lawyer. And I was like, yo, it can't even be any better because I'm a big Beyonce fan. Jay-Z, ROC Nation, Beyonce. Oh, damn. You know, what are the damn odds? So yeah, they heard the tracks, they loved it, and I love it. And now the world's gonna get to hear a little piece of it on the 7th, and then they're gonna hear the whole entire thing on September 4th. So yes, manifestation is real, and you can manifest your reality to come true.
Let's go.
That's it. Well said.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
You want to play one of these songs, Serena? I don't think this one's on the project, but it's out now.
One of my friends said, count how many summers you've got left, right? And I was like, what? He's like, count how many summers you have. The average woman lives about to 70 something. Do the math. You got about 25 to 30 summers left. Enjoy them. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. And that changed my perspective on life and living. And I was like, I'm gonna just live my best life. I'm not worried about tomorrow no more. I'm not gonna live in the past. I'm living in the present. And if y'all want to read a really good book or listen to a really good ebook, The Power of the Now is really dope. It's a great book.
You watch any TED Talks? I'll be watching TED Talks. I'm watching like a tarot. I'm learning so much.
TED Talks, they're amazing. They're amazing. I mean, I literally once a day I'll look up something on TED Talks. One of my goals is to be on one, to do one. I've actually I was like, I want to do a TED Talk. You know what? Fuck this shit. so keep your eyes open, ladies. I think
you won't get there.
Yeah.
No, it'll happen.
You do so much. Like you're filming a lot of stuff. I mean, you have music. I sent Serena a song that we're gonna play today.
All right, so I have 4 Walls.
Oh shit. Up. So that's one. You want to know that's crazy? That's me and my ex. You could play that. You could play that. The reason why I say you could play that is here's what's interesting. As individual artists, we were solid. But together, this record, mind you, we've been broken up. And it's almost 60,000 views. We haven't pushed it. We haven't pushed it. But the universe is like, yo, we really like this song. I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. So before I met him, I was talking to a major record label who wanted to sign me as an independent Latina artist, as a new and up-and-coming independent artist. Everything was ready to go. We were about to sign it. I then went public with my relationship. My boyfriend at the time was transgender. And for the Latin community, they were like, oh, no. What? No, you can't be dating him. You need to break up with him. Wow. Or we can get you a Latin artist that's popping and make it make sense. I was like, wait a minute. I love my boyfriend. I'm sharing him to the world because, you know, I'm proud. I'm proud and I'm loud. And they were like, well, we can't have you sign this contract then. And I was like, okay, then I'm not going to sign the contract. This was a major record label I said no to because I chose love. And ironically, the same record label that told me you can't be with the transgender guy, they also called me because they heard 4 Walls and they were like, yo, this is dope. You guys are like the new Chainsmoker, but modern, you know? And they were like, we would love to sign you both to our label. And mind you, this is a major record label. I was like, well, 1, we're not together no more. And 2, I already signed to ROC Nation EQ as an independent artist. So. But so I love 4 Walls. I love 4 Walls. The idea of Love Park was my ex's. He wanted to create this duo project, and I don't know why it took a pandemic and a quarantine to make it happen, but it's a beautiful song. I love it. It's doing amazing without either of us pushing it. You guys picked it out. Look at that. You guys picked it out of everything. and it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. I'm proud of that. I will always smile when I think of my relationship with him, because regardless of whatever negative that we had to endure, the good always outweighed the bad, and I'm always going to remember that. And I'm always gonna wish nothing but love and happiness for him. It's just ironic how life is. And here we go, play Four Walls.
Let's go. All right, guys, we are gonna play Four Walls. If you like it, bite it to your station, and we'll be right back.
And thank you for definitely showing that track love. Like I said, it was made out of love. We literally, that song came out like weeks before the breakup, so I was like, okay. I'm confused. Wow. But everything happens for its reason. I love it. It's great. That track actually made it to Spotify's editorial playlist on new and up-and-coming New York artists. And from what I'm told, you can't submit to editorial playlists. Like the editorial editors of Spotify, they're the ones that handpick that. And I don't know who they are. So they're basically the gods of gods. They had our song there twice on their playlist, on the editorial playlist. Wow. So that was crazy. I was just like, okay. I think sometimes people too get afraid of success or love, or they don't know how to deal with all these beautiful gifts that the universe creates for them, so they run away. And that's okay, because guess what? I'm not running away. I've been busting my ass to be doing what I'm doing for years, and Mike knows this. As a survivor of domestic violence that lost all my followers. I mean, I had millions of followers on just Instagram alone. My ex deleted it the moment I broke up with him. He changed the passwords. I couldn't activate it. So I started again with zero. So I've been laying these bricks, I've been working people. This is not an overnight. This has been years and tears, and I've worked really hard for this, and I'm not gonna slap the universe in the face. Oh, hell no. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be in your space. You guys are dope as hell. I really fucks with your vibes. I want to thank you so much for the support that you've given me. And Mike, I hope that when the single comes out, you check it out, and the EP, and I hope you all like it when it comes out.
For sure, we'll definitely play it. We'll show it some love when it drops. We'll absolutely play it. Yeah. Thank you. And happy early birthday to you. Happy birthday to the pub.
Thank you.